Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day. I'm Jim Stratman, filling in for Brooke Hash. Now, right now, Louisville police are trying to crack down on street racing after several reports across the metro over the weekend. In a statement, LMPD called the incidents unacceptable and a danger to the community. Police say a Louisville ordinance allowing them to target vehicles instead of their operators helps. Enforcement can include confiscation of cars as well as hefty fines for those owners. The LMPD says in part, quote, "If you are a person who is considering participating in these events, please know you are responsible for the harm it causes, and we will make every effort to ensure you are held accountable." We'll have continuing coverage on this story coming up at 4 o'clock. Metro police have arrested a suspect in an overnight shooting in Shelby Park. Officers say they were called to the 1200 block of South Shelby Street, close to Oak Street. There, they found a man with several gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Through LMPD's investigation, they say video surveillance helped them arrest and identify Cody Hendrick. According to the LMPD, on the video, you could see Hendrick and the victim arguing before Hendrick pulls out a gun and shoots the male victim. Not long after, he returned to the scene to pick up shell casings on the ground. Hendrick was arrested and charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence. Hendrick was arrested and is charged again with murder and tampering with physical evidence. We're also following a shooting at the University of Kentucky. Lexington police and the University of Kentucky police are investigating a campus shooting that injured 2 people. Now, an alert from UK said it happened just before 2:30 Sunday morning. Students were told to avoid the area around Winslow Street and South Limestone. That's over near the Student Center on the north side of campus. In an update, the university said the 2 people who were shot were not UK students and they were taken to the hospital. Jeffersonville police are investigating a crash that killed a teenage girl. It happened just after 4 o'clock Saturday morning near Vissing Park on East 10th Street. Police say there were 7 to 8 people in the car when it rolled over. Witnesses told officers the group had been drinking at the park before the crash. 19-year-old Raven Sierra Newsom was killed. Police say the driver was identified as a 16-year-old who showed signs of alcohol impairment. Several other people involved in the crash were located later at different hospitals and treated for minor injuries. This video was sent to WHAS11 by a viewer, and it shows what appears to be a police chase involving a semi-truck in Bullitt County. It was taken near Brooks Hill Road and I-65 last night. Right now, we know police were chasing a suspect for stealing a car, but after they then takes off running, only to steal a semi, which you see in the video. Police say he then got back on I-65 North, where state police picked up that pursuit. Officers say the suspect eventually lost control on East Blue Lick, where the semi overturned. They arrested the driver without incident. He's charged with theft, fleeing and evading, and other felony charges. Well, it is just a little bit after noon. You can see it is a beautiful day outside. And I can tell you from being out there this morning, it was just as beautiful as it looks. Let's bring in Sam Gabrielli, meteorologist, talking all about this beautiful weather. Sam, this is a stark change from what we saw just a week ago.
Isn't it incredible, Jim? Just incredible. You know, 2 weeks ago, it felt like fall into mid to late August. Then last week, we had the heat blast, 10 straight days at 90 degrees or above that. And now this week so far, it feels like fall once again in Kentuckiana. So far, as we've hit the lunch hour, we're actually approaching 80 in the city. Anywhere from downtown towards the airport, hovering just below 80 degrees. Lanesville, 74. We're going to be climbing today to the low to mid 80s in most spots, so giving way to a very comfortable day today. And if you're hoping that this kind of weather is going to be prevailing all week long, then you are in luck. Every single day, we're going to be approaching the mid 80s with the temperature, and humidity will be held in check, to say the least. So each day this week, we're going to be continuing to really pick up some comfortable conditions outside. So the patio forecast, a great week ahead of us for the patio forecast. Maybe an extended Labor Day holiday for a lot of us across the area. We're going to be picking up some readings in the middle 80s both tomorrow and on Wednesday, and steering clear of rainfall. We've actually gone quite a bit but until we've seen some decent amount of rain so far. Notice that this cold front draped across much of the south central United States. That's what just rolled through our area and gave way to those scattered showers and storms in a couple of spots on Saturday. Look to our north with this ridge of of high pressure that's continuing to stir in some dry air. We're going to be under the influence of that high pressure for the next couple of days, giving way to a quiet and pleasant week. And I'm also talking about the next shot of rainfall regionally. That'll be on Friday, Jim. So all the more reason everybody should be sticking around for that forecast.
Thank you very much, Sam. Well, it is beautiful outside, and it could be some great weather if you're heading to the airport because you got some traveling to do on this Labor Day. Although, expect it to be packed. TSA is predicting it will screen more than 17 million people over the holiday period running through Wednesday. Today alone, the TSA says that it'll screen over 2 million people, and this caps a record-breaking season for air travel. The agency says this summer, the amount of passengers traveling by air is the highest it's ever seen, with the top 10 busiest travel days in the agency's history all happening since May. Now, unlike other federal holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas, most stores and retailers are open today with ongoing Labor Day sales. But there are a handful of places which are closed or have some reduced hours. Those include post offices or any government business. Banks also going to be closed today, and Costco is one of the few national retailers that will be closed today. Other grocery stores like Kroger and Meijer, they are set to be open. But you should check your individual store's times because some chains like Aldi or Sam's Club are operating on limited hours. Also, waste collection is off for the day. That means there will be no garbage collection today, and all the collections for the remainder of the week will be on a one-day delay. This morning, it didn't matter what type of activity you were into. The mayor's hike, bike, and paddle brought people from all corners of Kentuckiana down to the waterfront. I was there this morning on a day all about getting active and getting outside.
Yeah, they say, if you do 30 minutes of exercise a day, you'll live a lot longer. So, having people come down here to focus on their fitness and, just cheer on some people that are focusing on their fitness, it's been pretty cool.
The mayor's hike, bike, and paddle returned to kick off Labor Day on Monday, drawing in folks from all over Kentuckiana. Per tradition, the morning began with free fitness activities like Zumba, yoga, Tai Chi even, which gave early risers some time to connect.
There's so many run clubs and boat clubs and hiking clubs and paddle clubs in the city that I had really no clue about. And now to learn about them and see how great they are and how big they've gotten, and they do all come together for this one day, that's pretty cool.
Then it's time for the 4-mile walk and 8.5-mile bike to Cherokee Park and back, and of course, the paddling. Ohio Riverway are one of the many paddle clubs out here at the event. They'll take the trek downriver to the McAlpin Locks, then on to Shawnee's boat ramp.
I'm most excited for just being able to see all the boats, see all the people, just all the festivities, to go through the locks. I've never been able to do that before, especially in a big canoe.
For these groups, today is a perfect opportunity to get outside and appreciate the city.
It's incredible to recognize the community that is really here and for the Ohio River. When you have that many people beside you, you realize what a gift the river is to our city.
Now, organizers I spoke with said they were very excited that this event is back for its 20th year this year, and they're looking forward to the next 20 as well. And you have all day to check out the annual event down at the Belvedere as well, which typically attracts about 150,000 people. Of course, we're talking about World Fest. It's a celebration of the dozens of cultures represented right here in Louisville. That includes dance and music performances, arts, and of course, food. We spoke to a vendor showcasing her heritage from Ghana.
It's a way for us to show people what Ghana represents, not just a small country in West Africa, but we have food that you can eat every day that's nutritious. Our culture, our clothes, just give people an understanding of what they see on TV, but in reality, they get to come here and experience us.
And if you are going down to World Fest, just a heads up, there's no parking on West Main Street from South 5th to 4th Streets. World Fest continues until 8 o'clock tonight.